Some mutants merely bend steel, summon lightning, or, read minds. But today, we're talking about the ones who don't just move mountains, they remake reality itself. We're diving into the absolute upper echelon of mutant power in the Marvel Universe. And our mission today is pretty clear: to rank the 10 strongest, most dangerous mutants in all of Marvel Comics. Before we unleash this list, if you're enjoying what you hear, please make sure to like, follow, or subscribe wherever you're listening right now. Seriously, it helps a lot. And share this deep dive with a fellow fan. You won't want to miss a single mind-bending revelation. All right, before we dive into our definitive top 10, we had to give a shout out to some incredibly powerful mutants. These guys are easily Omega level, perhaps even flirting with Beyond, but just missed our ultimate cut for the top 10 itself. These are still absolute forces to be reckoned with, capable of world-altering feats, no question. First up, the Queen of the Skies, Ororo Munroe, Storm, her power over weather. It goes far beyond just summoning rain or lightning, right? She can manipulate the entire atmosphere. We're talking guiding solar winds in space, or even draining all moisture from a villain's body. She's immune to extreme weather, can survive in conditions that would kill anyone else. She's flash-frozen entire armies.
Oh, absolutely. And her connection to the planet is so deep she can feel energy shifts, prevent disasters. It's almost empathic on a planetary scale. She's been a leader, a queen, and yeah, she has terraformed dying planets. That showcases a truly planetary scale of power. Like in Black Panther number 26, she didn't just reshape a dying world, she meticulously molded its atmosphere, its climate, ecosystems, basically playing the role of a living terraformer to make it habitable again. And she once channeled so much power that she altered the weather across the entire planet, not just a city. That demonstrates a global reach that few can match. What's truly remarkable is if she ever fully unlocked her mystical heritage along with her Omega-level mutant abilities, she could truly become an elemental god, capable of silencing nations or ending wars with, like, a whisper. She embodies nature's raw, unyielding power.
That level of environmental control is just astounding.
Yeah. And speaking of raw power, you simply can't talk about mutant might without talking about Magneto, Eric Lenscher. Master of magnetism, yes, but as you said, he commands the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Gravity, electricity, radiations, way more than just metal. He stopped bullets in midair, blacked out entire cities with a thought, and even reversed Earth's magnetic poles, nearly causing planetary catastrophe. He can generate powerful EMTs, project impenetrable force fields, things that have withstood nukes, cosmic attacks, you name it.
Totally.
Mm.
And his ability to manipulate iron in people's blood? That's terrifying precision. And remember when he ripped Wolverine's adamantium? That virtually indestructible metal bonded to his skeleton right out of his body, molecule by molecule. I think that was an Ultimate X-Men. That wasn't just raw force. It was a horrifying display of molecular control. It's chilling. He famously pulled a giant asteroid M, down to Earth and held it in orbit as a sanctuary for mutants. That's impacting celestial bodies. Charles Xavier himself, the man who knows him best, has admitted Magneto might be the most dangerous mutant alive when he's focused, capable of collapsing civilizations without lifting a hand. He represents the ultimate expression of, like, a single-minded will translated into planetary scale power.
That level of controlled, terrifying power, wielded by just one individual. Yeah, that really puts the Omega in perspective. And speaking of individuals who have rewritten history with their sheer force of will, next up is Insaba Nur, Apocalypse, the first mutant. Immortal, with total molecular control over his body. He can shapeshift, grow to gargantuan sizes, regenerate from almost any injury, even from a single cell. He can even heal others with his blood, which is kind of wild. His strength is boundless. He's famously gone toe-to-toe with powerful cosmic beings and nearly brought entire civilizations to their knees with physical might alone.
His strength is indeed limitless, yeah. And he's famously fused celestial technology, from those colossal universe-creating cosmic entities, with his own DNA. This allows him to boost his own powers and grant terrifying abilities to others, turning normal mutants into his deadly horsemen. He's been living for thousands of years, constantly evolving, adapting through survival of the fittest. That makes him a truly unstoppable force, not just through raw power, but through millennia of strategic experience. He once forced both Magneto and Professor X to bow before him. He nearly wiped out all modern civilization during the Age of Apocalypse, that dark alternate future he forged. He doesn't just fight wars, he rewrites the rules of survival for entire species. He embodies this terrifying ancient power.
The idea of a mutant evolving for thousands of years, absorbing technology and power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's truly unsettling. Okay, moving on. We have Bobby Drake, Iceman.
Don't let the class clown vibe fool you. He's an Omega-level mutant with absolute molecular control over all water and moisture. Just think about that. He controls a fundamental component of life itself. He's frozen entire cities, global weather systems, and even regenerated his body from mere vapor, making him virtually unkillable. He can create sentient ice clones, generate blizzards in seconds, stretch his power across dimensions.
And one source mentioned he once casually froze all of hell.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, think about that for a moment. Flames, demons, everything just gone, encased in ice. That's an insane feat of control over an element. It suggests his power operates on a conceptual level way beyond just H2O. Emma Frost even took over his body once just to show him the true extent of his power. Teleporting via moisture particles, freezing opponents' blood from the inside out. It proved his potential is far, far beyond what he often utilizes. His power is everywhere moisture is, which is basically everywhere. That makes him an incredibly dangerous and pervasive force if fully unleashed. His capacity for destruction and creation using water is nearly limitless.
Freezing hell. Yeah, that's a statement. Okay, finally for our honorable mentions, we have Kevin McTaggart, a.k.a. Proteus. This isn't just a powerful mutant. He's pure, unadulterated reality warping. Born as an energy being, he needs hosts to survive, but he burns through them quickly. His power can unravel reality itself, turning entire worlds into these surrealist nightmares with just a thought.
Exactly. When he lets loose, no rules exist. Physics becomes meaningless. He twists objects, beings, into grotesque forms or simply erases them. The X-Men were once saved only because Wolverine's adamantium was immune to his possession. His big weakness is metal. It disrupts his energy form. What's remarkable is his recent role, though. He's been essential to Krakoa's resurrection protocols, the process on the mutant nation Krakoa that brings dead mutants back. Proteus twists reality to make dead mutants viable for rebirth. He takes a non-viable egg from Goldball, this mutant who creates golden orbs, and warps it into a viable one for the process. His imagination is truly his only limit, making him one of the most unpredictable and dangerous reality warpers out there.
Yeah.
He embodies chaotic, untamed power.
Wow. Okay, and there you have our formidable honorable mentions. Any one of them could headline their own deep dives. Seriously.
What now?
Now it's time to get into the absolute elite. All right, you've heard the honorable mentions. Now brace yourselves, because we're counting down the 10 most incredibly powerful, truly beyond Omega-level mutants in the entire Marvel Universe. We're starting at number 10 and working our way to the absolute strongest. Let's do this. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have Onslaught. Now, this isn't just one mutant, right? It's effectively this terrifying combination of Professor X and Magneto, born from Xavier's suppressed rage and Magneto's hatred for humanity after Xavier tried to cleanse Magneto's mind.
Yeah, it's like a worst-case scenario fusion. All the telepathic might of Professor X combined with Magneto's mastery over magnetism, but amplified by their combined darkness and malice into this sentient psionic being. Just pure psychic rage made manifest.
But what kind of powers are we talking about here?
Sure.
Beyond the obvious fusion.
Well, Onslaught possesses an immense array of powers. Telepathy, telekinesis, electromagnetic manipulation, all operating at truly cosmic levels. But what truly elevated his threat, what pushed him beyond, was his ability to just juice up his power levels. He absorbed the abilities of other incredibly powerful mutants, including Nate Gray and Franklin Richards.
Whoa. Okay, absorbing them. That's insane.
Exactly. It made him the singular foe with combined power sets that were practically limitless and still growing. If you zoom out, the implications are profound. Onslaught essentially became a living psionic entity with cosmic-level reality warping, capable of manifesting anything he desired. He represented this terrifying synthesis of all the darkness and hatred within the hearts of two of mutantkind's most consequential figures. A malformed amalgamation of repressed trauma and righteous fury.
Okay, you want to talk about universal impact?
Yeah.
How about Onslaught, Marvel Universe?
Yeah.
Earth's heroes, and I mean the entire combined forces, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, even Dr. Doom. They had to sacrifice themselves just to stop him.
Yeah, that was huge.
He literally created a second sun in the sky, threatening to wipe out Earth's population. Sue Storm says it right there in the comic, proving nothing was impossible for him. It took the Hulk, completely uninhibited, at his absolute angriest after Jean Grey suppressed his Banner personality just to crack Onslaught's armor.
And even that wasn't enough to defeat him permanently.
Right. This being effectively took out the entire Marvel Universe, costing the heroes their reality. The only reason they were saved was Franklin Richards transferring them to a pocket universe, which led to the Heroes Reborn Marvel reboot.
That whole reimagining of the Avengers and Fantastic Four in a separate reality, a way for Marvel to refresh its icons in the late 90s.
That's how much of a threat he was, a literal continuity rewriter. Okay, coming in at number 9 is X-Men, or Nate Gray. If you know Cable, imagine him without the techno-organic virus, the debilitating cybernetic infection that constantly drains Cable's vast psionic abilities.
Right, which holds him back massively.
Exactly. Imagine Cable without that, and then crank that power up to 11. That's Nate Gray. He's an alternate version of Cable, created by Mr. Sinister in the Age of Apocalypse timeline, designed specifically to be the ultimate psionic weapon.
He's often perceived as this mutant messiah figure, almost prophetic for mutant kind. Like he arrived to reshape the world in his image.
Yeah, he kind of has that vibe. Mutant Jesus, like the sources said.
So power-wise, Nate has abilities like matter control, immense psionic power, and just total mastery of the astral plane. He's described as the most powerful psionic in any reality, near omnipotent. One source flat out calls him a living god.
A living god.
His powers are so vast he can travel the multiverse on a whim, and he's even defied death itself multiple times. From a broader perspective, Nate Gray isn't just powerful, he can, merge his consciousness with everyone alive. He did that when encountering the Harvester, effectively saving humanity by tainting the crop that the alien was trying to farm. A feat of global consciousness manipulation, his very purpose was to be a god among men, unrivaled in his psionic reach, capable of reshaping the world to his will, a walking, talking nexus of mental and physical power.
And how do we know he's beyond Omega level? What's the proof?
Well, Legion himself said it. Legion, an Omega-level mutant, son of Professor X, he flat out said it in Uncanny X-Men issue 4. Someone asked him if there's something above Omega level, and Legion just replied, if there is, he's it.
Coming from Legion. That's saying something.
Exactly. Coming from a character who can alter reality on a whim. Later on, in Uncanny X-Men Volume 5, issues 6, 7, and 8, I think Life Seed Nate Gray, which is this enhanced version of Nate, he dominated entire X-Men teams, including Omega levels like Psylocke, Jean Grey, Iceman Storm, all in one shot, just took them down. He even overpowered all of Legion's personalities and took control of his mind, which is insane. And then he created a whole new universe, took all the X-Men from existence and put them into it for the Age of X-Men storyline.
He has made a universe.
Pretty much. He truly redefined what a mutant could be, not just in raw power, but in their ability to dictate reality itself.
All right, at number 8, we have one of the most famous mutants out there, especially given her, recent prominence on screen, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. While her powers can be this convergence of science and magic in her mutant capacity, she wields reality-altering abilities on an unprecedented scale.
Yeah, she represents that extreme example of a mutant whose abilities can grow so strong, so overwhelming, that she literally takes on another personality sometimes, especially in moments of great emotional distress. It shows that terrifying link between emotion and cosmic power.
So her core power is probability manipulation, right? Hex bolts and stuff.
It's at the base, yeah. But in her unleashed state, it transcends that. It becomes full-blown reality warping, often called chaos magic. She can bend reality with a mere thought, make the slightest whim a new truth. One source describes her as able to literally take on another personality when her powers become too strong, emphasizing that psychological toll of such vast abilities.
That makes sense.
And a crucial detail to note is her ability to recreate life itself. In one instance, she just casually brought Wonderland back to life, stating, "Death is of little consequence to one with my power." She effortlessly held the Avengers like helpless captives during this display, proving her absolute mastery over existence. Her story really becomes this cautionary tale about the immense burden of power when it's untethered from emotional stability. It shows how even a hero can unintentionally unravel the fabric of existence when their personal pain becomes cosmic.
And you absolutely cannot talk about Scarlet Witch without talking about House of M. That's the big one.
Oh, yeah, foundational.
After a period of immense mental fragility, losing her children, her brother Quicksilver, sensing the Avengers and X-Men were debating what to do with her, basically suggested she just use her powers to create a new reality.
A desperate move.
And she did. She completely remade the entire history of humanity. Created a world where Peter Parker was married to Gwen Stacy, Captain America was never frozen, Clint Barton was alive again. She did this single-handedly, no help, just universal-scale reality bending.
Staggering.
And then, the most iconic moment. 3 simple words. No more mutants.
Chilling.
Wanda all but wiped her own species off the face of the planet, crippled mutant-kind's progress for years. This act of literally rewriting the X gene out of existence for millions. That showcases a level of reality manipulation that is nothing short of beyond Omega level.
Absolutely. An act that fundamentally altered Marvel continuity for years. It's still referenced as the defining catastrophe for mutants.
Okay, sliding in at number 7 is David Haller, Legion. He's the son of Charles Xavier. And where his father's gift is focused, David's is just chaotic, utterly chaotic. His mind shattered after a traumatic event, splintering his identity into hundreds, maybe even thousands of alternate personalities.
Yeah, and the terrifying part is that David cannot always control who is in the driver's seat. His mind is home to an entire universe of power. He's less of an individual and more of a walking, talking nexus of abilities, each one vying for control. It's a constant internal battle.
And each personality has a different power.
Exactly. Each of Legion's distinct personalities controls a different mutant ability, and new ones can manifest at any time, seemingly without limit. We're talking telepathy, telekinesis, time travel, reality warping, pyrokinesis, precognition, even the power to create black holes, teleport entire cities, or just erase people from existence entirely.
Seriously, he could just do all that.
Potentially, yes. There's no apparent limit to how many alters David can make or how many powers he can physically have. His potential is literally infinite. If you zoom out, the implications are staggering. If he ever learned to control all his personalities at once, he could erase universes, build new ones, reshape all of mutant kind with a mere thought. He would stand beyond Omega level, becoming a god among gods. It really raises that critical point. How much potential power can one being truly contain without shattering?
And his lack of control is often what makes him so incredibly dangerous, right?
Precisely. In Legion Quest, he tried to go back in time to kill Magneto, thinking it would make life easier for his father, but he accidentally killed Xavier instead, sparking the brutal Age of Apocalypse timeline, plunging the world into that new reality where Apocalypse reigns supreme. All because he lost control.
Wow. Talk about unintended consequences.
Yeah. And another instance, during an invasion of Elder Gods, his ultimate personality simply caused them to cease, to end, to be no longer with a mere thought.
Even blink them out.
Pretty much. No long battle, no struggle, just willing these ancient, powerful enemies out of existence. That is the awesome, terrifying power of Legion.
Even Professor X himself called him the most powerful mutant he'd ever encountered, admitting no one could truly control him. That highlights his unpredictable and immensely destructive potential. All right, at number 6, we have the Marquis of Death, Clyde Wincham. Now, this guy, he's an absolute powerhouse, an alternate reality version of an alternate reality character, apparently. Super obscure, but incredibly potent.
Yeah, he's obsessed with death and wields truly catastrophic reality warping powers. Powers he developed over billions of years of traveling, observing, and learning across the multiverse. He basically sees himself as an agent of cosmic nihilism.
Okay, so reality warping again. Seems to be a theme up here.
It really is, yeah. It's almost a prerequisite for this level. But he's not just working one reality. He can destroy entire worlds within seconds just with a thought, render them to ash or twist them beyond recognition, effortlessly. And he views cosmic gods of the Marvel universe, like Galactus and Eternity, who embody concepts like time and space, as nothing but insects, trivial entities beneath his notice.
He thinks Galactus is an insect.
That's the implication, yeah.
Right.
It makes you wonder what happens when someone can wave their hand and wipe out universes, effortlessly defeat a Watcher. This character actively fought through the multiverse, seeing extremely powerful beings as nothing to him. His power is so immense that it's even implied he trained Dr. Doom.
Wait, she trained Doom.
That's what one source suggests, yeah. Trained him in harnessing cosmic power, shaping him into an even greater threat.
Okay, give me an example. How powerful are we talking?
Well, in Fantastic Four issue 566, he didn't just defeat a Watcher. He humiliated Uatu, one of the most powerful cosmic observers, with absolute ease, just swatted him aside. But even crazier, in Fantastic Four issue 569, he essentially alluded to the fact that characters like Eternity, Galactus, Ego the Living Planet, they're nothing but insects to him. We literally see him fighting through the multiverse, and these extremely powerful beings are utterly insignificant.
Wow.
And to show you how powerful and cruel he is, when the entire superhero community went to war against him, led by Dr. Doom, Doom thought he killed him.
Thought being the operative word.
Exactly. It was all an illusion. The Marquis of Death had created this elaborate 70-year illusion of Doom marrying Susan Storm, having children, only for Doom to find out it had been less than 5 minutes in real time.
That's messed up.
Totally. And then he turned Doom's heart to stone and his blood to acid and dropped him into the ocean for a megalodon shark to eat.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a brutal demonstration of ultimate power, psychological warfare, and this almost playful contempt for the most powerful beings around.
All right, number 5. We have Mad Jim Jaspers. When you're talking about beyond Omega-level mutants, reality warping is almost a given, like we said. But Jaspers, He's arguably the most insidious and uncontrollable at it.
Absolutely. He's so powerful. There are actually two versions of him we need to talk about. He's the kind of guy who, when Captain Britain walks into his office, he steps into this infinitely expanding space. Jaspers is snapping his fingers, and reality itself just changes and distorts with each snap.
That sounds terrifying, like completely unpredictable cosmic might. No rules apply.
Exactly. The Earth 238 version of Jaspers had such unbelievably chaotic reality-bending abilities. He warped his entire universe beyond recognition, made it impossible for anyone else to undo his manipulations.
But what happened?
That Earth had to be completely obliterated by the Fury, this kind of conceptual construct, an anti-superhero city-Earth, just to prevent its corruption from spreading throughout the multiverse. So they had to delete the universe because of him.
Delete the universe.
And what's truly remarkable here is that the James Jaspers from the main 616 Thing universe, he's even stronger and more powerful than his Earth 238 counterpart.
Even stronger? How is that possible?
That's what Merlin said. Merlin, arguably the most famous sorcerer in all of fiction, stated telepathically to Captain Britain that Jaspers was an omnivoral threat.
Omniversal, not just multiversal.
Omniversal, a threat to all universes, not just one, but the entire omniverse. Capable of unraveling existence on a conceptual level, it really makes you wonder, what happens when a being's very existence threatens the fundamental laws of reality itself?
So what did Merlin say exactly?
Merlin explicitly told Captain Britain that this version of Jaspers was too powerful, too dangerous, and if he is not defeated, then the omniverse shall fall into chaos, and a new and hostile god shall play dice with matter.
A new and hostile god. Playing dice with matter. That's heavy.
Yeah. A threat to every single universe. Clearly way, way beyond Omega level.
So how was he defeated?
He was only defeated because the Fury, that powerful anti-superhero construct he himself created in a different reality, hated him with a passion. The Fury found a way to teleport Jaspers to what used to be the Earth 238 universe, which was now a void, a reality where his reality warping powers were completely nullified, and then the Fury destroyed him on the spot.
Wow. It took a cosmic-level entity of pure adaptation and malice, born from his own power, to finally stop him. That highlights the immense danger he posed to all of reality. Okay, cracking the top four now. We have Matthew Malloy. This is a mutant whose power was so great he caused massive natural disasters just from intense emotions, completely unintentionally.
Yeah, he was said to be the most powerful mutant that Cerebro had ever detected, marking him as just this unprecedented force of nature. He's not a villain at heart, not at all. But his powers were so uncontrollably vast that he became a danger simply by existing. A living force of nature that manifested unintentional destruction on a catastrophic scale.
So, powers. Reality warping again.
Similar, yeah. Possesses reality warping powers comparable to someone like Franklin Richards. But his dominion extends uniquely over life and death itself.
Life and death.
Yeah. He's described as one of the most powerful telepaths and telekinetics on the planet, capable of feats like accidentally eradicating S.H.I.E.L.D. agent and then unintentionally resurrecting them from the dead a moment later because he felt bad about it.
You can just bring people back from the dead. Accidentally.
Apparently so. It really highlights a critical point. What happens when a mutant is effectively unkillable because death answers to him, and he can simply will himself back into existence? His power source was apparently an external dimension, implying no inherent limits to his power. He was capable of becoming a god if he had survived long enough to master it. His very presence just destabilized reality around him.
Okay, what did he actually do in the comics?
Well, in Uncanny X-Men, Volume 3, Issue 23, when his powers manifested after a traumatic event, the accidental death of his wife, followed by an emotional outburst that killed his sister-in-law, he caused an explosion that annihilated millions of people across a vast area. Just gone.
Millions, oh my God.
Yeah. Later, when S.H.I.E.L.D. and the X-Men tried to contain him, he effortlessly resurrected everyone who died in the assault against him, including himself, after they seemingly killed him.
So they couldn't stop him?
Not even close. His power was so absolute that the X-Men's only viable solution to defeat him was, well, they had to send Eva Bell, a time-manipulating mutant, back in time.
To do what?
To prevent his parents from ever meeting, effectively erasing him from the timeline altogether.
They erased him from history.
That was the only way. They couldn't beat him, contain him, or kill him. They literally had to wipe him from existence to stop him. That's how formidable Matthew Malloy truly is.
All right, our number 3 spot goes to the White Phoenix of the Crown, Jean Grey. Most of you know Jean Grey, you know the Phoenix Force, but this is Jean at her absolute apex, where she isn't just a host, she is the Phoenix, the true embodiment, having achieved complete unity with the cosmic entity.
Right. And this is less about what she's pulled off in any single comic book issue, though there are examples. It's more about the role she plays and the sheer, unquantifiable level of power that comes with it. She's described as the sum total of all life that has ever existed, currently does exist, and will ever exist, across the universe, the multiverse, and even the omniverse.
Okay. Sum total of all life. What does that mean power-wise?
It means the White Phoenix of the Crown can basically do anything and everything. She embodies the cosmic force of creation and destruction. She can wipe individuals from existence, wipe out entire universes with a thought, manipulate matter at the atomic level, ignite entire planets, resurrect herself and others from death with absolute ease. She's a cosmic entity tied to the fundamental processes of creation, destruction, and rebirth on a universal scale.
And the Phoenix Force doesn't control her at this point.
Exactly. That's the key. It doesn't control her, it is her. She's achieved that perfect synthesis. Even without the Phoenix, Jean is one of the most powerful telepaths in existence. But with it, as White Phoenix of the Crown, she stands above gods. Her power is explicitly stated to be second only to the one above all.
Second only to God, basically.
Essentially, yeah. The highest power in the Marvel multiverse, it really raises the critical point. How much power can a human consciousness truly integrate before becoming something else entirely?
Okay, so examples. Where do we see this level of power?
Well, in Defenders Beyond, it is directly stated that her power is second only to the one above all. That's a pretty definitive statement from a reliable cosmic source in comic. And think back to Dark Phoenix, which is a corrupted, less controlled version. Even then, she casually snuffed out an entire star, killing billions in a nearby solar system just because she was hungry, wiped out an alien civilization in moments.
Right, the Debari.
Infamous.
Yeah, and as White Phoenix, she's used that same force to heal universes, bend time, rewrite existence itself, demonstrating both its destructive and creative potential. When she met her younger self once, Jean demonstrated she could move faster than thought possible through the stars, breathe in the void of space with ease. Then she helped young Jean take on Galactus, even got the sucker punch in that ended the fight. Wow. Okay, that's a truly cosmic level of power, transcending the very laws of physics and existence itself. All right, at number 2, we have a name you might not recognize. I barely did.
Yeah.
But you absolutely should. Miranda. She appeared in the worst X-Men ever limited series. And she's not just powerful, she's in a class all her own, transcending even the cosmic.
Yeah, she's essentially, how did the source put it, a walking, talking Marvel editor in the comics.
Wait, like meta?
Very meta. She has narrative control over reality itself, capable of rewriting storylines and character histories as if she's editing the comic book they're in.
Okay, explain her power. What is it
Her
exactly?
power is truly unique. It's reality warping, yes, but reality warping that does not adversely affect space-time, the multiverse, or the fabric of the continuum. Her manipulations are utterly seamless and untraceable, like edits made before publication.
So no cosmic ripples, no side effects.
Apparently not. Beast, recognizing her unprecedented capabilities, had to create an entirely new classification for her, above Omega, which he called Omicron.
Omicron. Why?
Just because he thought it sounded ominous. That's literally the reason given.
Okay.
She has literally wiped out and reworked the multiverse several times, as if simply editing a comic book page. This really begs the question, what does it mean when a mutant can wipe entire heroes out of existence and nobody even knew they existed because she can wipe all knowledge of their existence from the multiverse?
She can erase memory, too.
Complete erasure. She can rewrite anybody's entire history and potential future. It makes her truly unbeatable in a conventional sense.
So how powerful is she really? Is there a comparison?
Well, it is heavily implied that Miranda is as powerful, if not more powerful, than the one above all.
More powerful than the one above all.
Think about that. The supreme being of the Marvel multiverse. The source states there is no mutant out there who has ever been or will be more powerful than Miranda. Because if one were to pop up, all she has to do is snap her fingers, and that person has never existed, and nobody ever remembers them. Gone. Poof.
That's not just power. That's absolute narrative control within the universe, dictating what can and cannot be.
Exactly. And what's astonishing is she's apparently very chill about it, too. She understands that the balance of everything needs to be maintained. She's content to just hang out rather than abuse her limitless power.
Wow. Okay. She is the ultimate meta-level threat and safeguard, all rolled into one. And finally, at our number 1 spot, the most powerful mutant in the Marvel Universe, Powerhouse himself, Franklin Richards, the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm of the Fantastic Four. Franklin was never meant to be ordinary, was he?
Not even slightly. He's not just a mutant, he's a cosmic anomaly, capable of affecting the multiverse before he could even walk. Even Galactus himself once avoided Earth specifically so they wouldn't have to confront the young Franklin.
Galactus was scared of a toddler.
Pretty much. And he was destined at one point to be the only survivor of the cosmos one day, implying a future beyond all others.
Okay, so his Omega power, what is it officially?
His Omega power is officially classified as universal reality manipulation. And he is consistently confirmed, repeatedly, to be a beyond Omega-level mutant. No ambiguity there. He can create entire universes from nothing, and not illusions, fully formed realities with their own timeline, stars, life. Just poof. A universe.
Universes.
Yeah. He can rewrite DNA, bend time, resurrect the dead, change the very nature of space itself with a mere whim. What's truly astonishing here is that even as a young boy, he was regarded as superior to the Celestials.
Superior to the Celestials, the giant space gods.
Those universe-creating gods in their own right, yeah. He was seen as above them. His powers are so vast that even the cosmic entity Galactus once became his herald.
Like, Galactus served him.
Yep. Completely flipping the hierarchy of power in the Marvel Universe on its head. Franklin's existence challenges the very concept of what a sentient being can achieve.
Okay, give me the ultimate Franklin moment, the mic drop.
All right, how about Fantastic Four, issue 604? Mad Celestials from an alternate timeline tried to conquer the main Marvel Universe after Galactus was obliterated by them, just wiped out. A future, older version of Franklin Richards shows up.
Adult Franklin. Okay.
Celestials themselves state, right there on the page, human mutant anomaly, beyond Omega classification, reality distortion, universal shaper, galactic constant danger. They know exactly what he is.
They sound scared.
They should be, because then he proceeds to blink them out of existence with a single thought, teleporting them into a gas giant or something, just dealt with effortlessly.
Blinked Celestials out of existence.
Then he resurrects Galactus, makes him his herald by saying, "Rise to me, my Galactus," and together they just absolutely dominate, dog walk the remaining Celestials.
Oh my God.
And Galactus himself, in History of the Marvel Universe, issue 3, explicitly stated Franklin Richards is the most powerful mutant ever born.
That's it, yeah. Unbelievable praise from the devourer of worlds himself.
And remember, he also created the Heroes Reborn universe to save Earth's heroes after they sacrificed themselves to stop Onslaught. He literally carried this pocket reality around as a little blue ball.
Right. I forgot about that connection.
His potential is truly limitless, making him not just a mutant, but a fundamental force of creation and destruction.
And there you have it. Wow. Our deep dive into the 10 most powerful, beyond Omega-level mutants in the Marvel Universe. From reality shapers to cosmic anomalies, these characters redefine the very limits of power and challenge our understanding of what a mutant can be. They really stretch the boundaries of storytelling itself.
Absolutely. And zooming out, these deep dives reveal that power classifications in comics, even ones as seemingly definitive as Omega level, are actually pretty fluid. They're constantly evolving. The very definition can change, and new characters can emerge who completely shatter old understandings, like Miranda, popping up and needing a whole new category. It really begs the question, though, if these mutants can literally create or unmake universes, manipulate concepts like life and death, even erase memory across the multiverse, what responsibility does that power truly entail? And can anyone truly be trusted with that much might, regardless of their intentions?
Or is it just an inherent instability that will always lead to chaos, like with Legion or Jaspers?
Exactly. It's a fascinating thought experiment that permeates the very fabric of the Marvel Universe.
You've seen the sheer, unbridled power we've talked about today. It's a universe of infinite possibilities, but also infinite perils. What stands out to you way from this deep dive? Which of these mutants do you think carries the heaviest burden of their power, and why? We genuinely love to hear your thoughts on this. If you love delving into the depths of mutant power with us today, definitely hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the topics that matter to you, and share this deep dive with anyone who loves to get well-informed quickly but thoroughly. We appreciate you joining us. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and stay curious.